When it comes to the holiday season, I can be considered someone who is hard to buy for. And the reason is not because I'm picky. It is quite the opposite, in fact. I'm actually very happy with anything that anyone gifts me. Very, very grateful. Thank you for getting me a gift. But it is my unpickiness that makes it difficult. It's kind of like you have infinite options because anything is good, so it makes it really difficult. So the short answer to what to get somebody who isn't very picky, who's happy with anything, is get them anything. The short answer is get them anything. And if you don't like that answer, which I imagine most gift buyers don't really like that answer, here is a list of things that I either have and recommend, or things that I want and somebody that you know might want them as well. Okay, so to start the list off, we have a pocket notebook. Now this could be any pocket notebook. I just highly, highly recommend if somebody you know doesn't have one of these, get them one. You could do just a cheap one from Walmart. You could do the cheap ones from a dollar store. You could do a Field Notes, Moleskine. There's like a million brands, right? Depending upon your budget, start off cheap. And if they really dig it, you can work towards getting them, a fancier one, maybe if they're interested. I know Field Notes, they've got a lot of really cool covers. Like they've got the National Park collection. They've got, the rest of them escape me at the moment, but I'll put them on the screen. There's a ton of different types and they're beautiful. They're wonderful. They've got artists that design covers and they're wonderful. Then you've got the Moleskine, which they offer a ton of different colors as well. Not, to my understanding, not like the designs of Field Notes, but they do have lots of different colors. If you know this person's favorite color that you're trying to buy for, definitely would be worth considering getting them a notebook of that color because it totally represents them. It's cool. And of course, like I said, lots of other brands. You could also take a cheap one or an expensive one, whatever you want to do, and you could customize it. Van Neistat in his videos refers to the holy trinity of gifting.
The best gifts are nice, made, and thoughtful, but any two will be a good gift.
So if you get a nice pocket notebook, good quality, and you customize it, you make it your own, you put a little flair into it, then it is made. And of course, if it's their favorite color or whatever the case may be, if you put some good thought into it, then that can be considered thoughtful as well. So you put all that together, and it's the perfect gift. And of course, if you get them a pocket notebook of any kind, or you make one for them or whatever, they're going to need a pen. And maybe if you know their favorite ink pen, you could get that, or you could find a really good pen that will become their favorite pen. My two favorites are the Sharpie S-Gel pen and the Pilot G2 pen. Specifically, I prefer the bold tips, but you can get kind of whatever you want. A safe bet would be the medium grade. That way it's not too thick, not too thin, and if they prefer one way or the other, they can go off of that. Because I don't know about anybody else, but something about having a really good pen that I like doesn't have to be like the greatest pen ever, but as long as I like it, that's a great feeling. I think that's awesome. And plus, gotta remember this, the people that will be happy with anything will be very, very happy with a good ink pen. Now, to store your pocket notebook and your pen for the person you want to buy for, I would recommend one of two things. I would recommend the ZipMate or the pocket journal, and I'll go through each one. So the ZipMate, talked about it in my last video. It's fantastic. I love it. It's good for pocket notebooks. You can put those in the back pocket, and then you've got the front pockets for your pens, and then the pouch inside for anything else you could ever want. So it's really good for a variety of storage options. The thing about the ZipMate though is it only comes in green. You only can get it in green, so that there's no options other than the green. So that's where the pocket journal is helpful. The pocket journal is similar in a lot of ways to the ZipMate. It's more meant for notebooks and pens and things of that nature. And it also comes in different colors. I have the navy version, but there's a couple different ones they offer. So if the ZipMate isn't really your style, the pocket journal is definitely something to consider for this person if you're getting them a pocket notebook as well. So this part of the list is things that I have and recommend. And then later on in the video, we'll get to the things that I want and also that I would recommend that you get for somebody else as well. So the next thing would be, and this is for whether or not they're into reading at all. I don't care. They could love reading or they could not really be into it. But think about something that this person talks about a lot. What are they obviously into? And you can take that and find a book about it. I feel like books generally are really good gifts to get people because you almost have to think how they would think in order to find a book that would be worth getting them. Now this gift and the next gift are going to be considered like stocking stuffer kind of things. Just small things. One of my favorite tools that I carry on me every day has become the Prybar. This one in particular is called the Mini Mend Prybar, but there's other ones that Daily Carry Co. offers. I love this thing for a ton of different reasons. It's great, obviously, for prying things, but I found that it's a really great sticker remover, and I've also used it to separate plywood before, because I only needed a really thin piece, so I took it to plywood and hammered it down, and it wedged it apart. It worked wonderfully for that. But this is one of those tools you'll be like, why would I use it? At first you would think, why would I need this? Why would I use this? But then you get to these situations in life and you get in these circumstances where having something like that, it saves the day. It's perfect. It may not look like much, but it is indeed much. That tool specifically would be great for somebody who isn't very picky. You get this for them and they're like, oh great, I'll find a use for this. And then it winds up being their favorite thing that they have in their pocket. Next one, not particularly special, but Chapstick. Chapstick I feel like is an easy one. I still highly recommend it because, especially when it gets colder outside, your lips begin to chap and you need chapstick of some kind. Doesn't matter the brand. I know personally, if anyone got me chapstick, I would not ever turn it away. I would be like, let's go. I got chapstick. The next thing that I have and recommend as a gift is a pair of wireless earbuds. I've seen a lot of these videos out there where it's like, gift guides, but it's all expensive tech. And it's just, iPhones and VR headsets and JBL speakers and all this crap that is like hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. This is one of those things, this is kind of the exception because I think I got these, I think they were $80 when I got them. And I'm pretty sure they were on sale, but these will probably set you back about $100. However, they are phenomenal. And you can get cheaper ones. I have the Galaxy Buds, but you can get cheaper ones. Obviously, with earbuds, it can be, you get what you pay for. But either way, if you can't afford the fancy ones, get cheaper ones, and it's fine. Again, especially if for somebody who is not very picky, having wireless earbuds is fantastic for doing anything. And if you want to be listening to something at the same time. And the last gift on the list that I have and recommend is this. This is called the Satchel 13, and it's from a company called NutSac. Yes, NutSac. They are a company that makes bags and accessories. This is another one of those that is a little pricier, like the earbuds, but it's 100% worth it because like the earbuds, a quality bag is 100% worth the price. But so far in using it, I really love it. It's got a good variety of pockets. You've got the flap that opens up with this really nice little buckle, which opens up to a zipper, which opens up to a wider compartment with more zippers, more pouches, more pockets. I mean, it's a great bag. In another video, I'll probably do like a full review of it, but right now we're not gonna go too far into depth. The point is, a really nice bag goes a long way as a gift. So the next section of this video is gifts that I want, that I also recommend for other people. First things first is the Swiss Champ multi-tool or any other multi-tool. I think one of these would be great because it's like essentially a toolbox in your pocket. You've got the knife blade, you've got the file, the saw. Again, for somebody who is not very picky, this is a very good thing because you have, with a multi-tool or Swiss Champ or whatever, you've got a ton of different handy little gadgets all in one very compact footprint. The next thing I think would be really awesome, and if you know somebody that just likes getting mail, I think this would be cool. So Field Notes, not only do they have a bunch of notebooks and cool stuff like that, but they also have an annual subscription to where you can pay either, I think you can pay monthly or you can pay annually, but I'm pretty sure you pay annually, and then you'll get quarterly deliveries. So this would be one of those things, you pay for it for a year, and then, every quarter or every month or whatever it is, you get mail from Field Notes. You get a new Field Notes book, or you get something surprise that they send you. So I think it's a pretty sweet deal. The very last thing is something that people generally don't like gifting, and that is gift cards. Most people that I know of that buy gifts don't like doing gift cards. And while I understand why, I get it. I get the reasoning behind not wanting to buy somebody a gift card. I also know that those of us that enjoy gift cards really enjoy gift cards. As a giftee, as a receiver of a gift, sometimes it's hard to know exactly what you want or exactly what you need. To me, from my perspective, as someone who can be considered difficult to buy for, I feel like a gift card is very safe, and also it's very versatile. Like, say if you get somebody a gift card to their favorite store, they can get whatever they want from that store instead of having to pick out what they want and not say if you don't know. It's also very practical because they may not need anything from that store right away. But if you get them a gift card to a place that they like, as soon as something comes up and they're like, oh, I need that. Oh, I have a gift card. You ever had, yeah, I know, you're, and now that's it. That's the list. So I hope that I was able to show you a few things that you think would be good for the person in your life or yourself that is difficult to buy for. If you want to get yourself a gift, you can join my Patreon where you can get all of my videos up to a week early, as well as access to the Patreon only Discord server. If you're interested, it's $3 a month. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys again next time.